Hey guys, a happy Wednesday. It's Joe of Sports Grid. Welcome to Puck It with Joe on Sports Grid TV on X and IG. We've got only 2 games to go over today, but plenty of opportunities to make some money. So I'm excited for today's games. Big shout out to everyone that is joining us here. We made some money yesterday. Now, I was dead wrong about Edmonton. I expected them to lose that game versus the Predators and Connor McDavid. I tell you, he killed us on that same game shots on goal parlay. He was the only one unable to hit 3+ shots on goal. That was playing us out plus 287. But we did get our shots on goal parlay hitting for the Lightning and the Sabres. That paid us out plus 309. So let me know if you were able to cash that one with me. That was tagged Thompson, 3+ shots on goal. Braden Point and Braden Hagel there. Braden Hagel actually getting the only 2 goals for the Lightning. And yesterday was interesting because it was like the first couple of games to kick off really went exactly how we needed them to go. We were able to get the wins right out of the gate with the Flyers, the Wild, the Sabres, and the Islanders all coming out getting us those wins, and then kind of slid downhill from there with me backing the not the Vegas Golden Knights, the Dallas Stars to get revenge on the Vegas Golden Knights. That didn't happen. Vegas did take that one to shootout and was able to get the win there. We did see the Colorado Avalanche, though, get the payback in that one, getting the win over the Seattle Kraken. And I tell you, this Seattle Kraken team is in trouble, still only able to score 1 goal last night. Montour needs to get back soon for this team. They need to find that offensive firepower. So, you guys, enough of yesterday. Let's get on to what we have today. We're going to go over both of these games. I do have a couple of same game 3+ shots on goal parlays, as well as an anytime goal parlay that plays over plus 1,000. So the first game kicking off, and we're just going to look at current odds here on this one. If my book will come up. So I'm using all the odds over on FanDuel here, you guys. The first one we're going to look at is Washington Capitals taking on the Ottawa Senators. Now, the Capitals are the dog on the road in this one after winning over the Calgary Flames in their last game out, plus 146. Minus 176 here. The juice keeps going up on the Ottawa Senators, plus 1.5 on the Washington Capitals. Plus 1.5 is minus 162, minus 1.5 on the Ottawa Senators is plus 134. Now, I caution here with the Ottawa Senators on that puck line laying the 1.5 because these two teams do normally play in tight games. And while you look at the stats tell you that the Washington Capitals have really dominated this matchup, winning 18 of the last 23 meetings. And yes, that is true. But we look at the most recent meetings last season, and we did see the Ottawa Senators win 3 of those last 4. So they have been playing them tight. This is a young team, and this is a team that I'm really high on. You guys know I have them to make the playoffs this season. And for this team to make the playoffs, it is absolutely vital here that they come out and they get these wins to start the season. Because last year we saw them be able to really turn it around at the end of the season, get things going, get those wins, but it was too late in their season to get into the playoffs. So I do think they have the ability, if they get these wins to start the season, to make it. That being said, tonight versus Washington Capitals is going to be a challenge, especially if Darcy Kemper is in goal. Now, we rode Darcy Kemper in the last game versus Calgary to go over his save shots on goal, which nicely cashed for us. Calgary put on 40 shots on him. He only allowed those 2 in. No confirmations on if it will be Kemper here, but if it's Kemper, I would look at his save shots on goal tonight. I do think he comes out phenomenally strong. Because we don't know who it is in net, I lean to the under if it's Darcy Kemper, and Forsberg is confirmed here for the Ottawa Senators. But I'm not going to bet it to the under until we know for sure it's Darcy Kemper. He's been phenomenally strong. He's got a 1.85 goals against average on the season with a .950 save percentage. When we look at Anton Forsberg here for the Ottawa Senators, he's 4-1 in his career versus the Washington Capitals. So he's always come out strong versus them. He's got a 1.85 goals against average and a .950 save percentage versus the Washington Capitals. So I do think he will come out strong. Now, the Ottawa Senators penalty kill it's elite. It's 85.7%. We're not seeing that firepower out of the Washington Capitals, and they're starting off each and every one of these games slow. So I think one thing to look at here is the Ottawa Senators will come out guns a-blazing. This team hasn't played since Sunday. They are eager and ready to play this game at home. We know how strong Brady Tkachuk has been. I'd look at the Senators in the first period. Now the money line, we got to try to find value. Money line's minus 156. If you take the three-way no push bet, it means these teams can't be 0-0 or 1-1. You won't get your money back. They have to win it. In the first period, you can get that at plus 145. So it is a little riskier than just a straight up money line, but I don't like laying that juice, you guys. So I would be willing to hit them at plus 145 at the three-way no push bet. Now, Norris, their center, is back tonight from shoulder injury. This is his season debut. I'd be a little cautious with taking any of his props just with him back. We know Brady Tkachuk really has led this team and led this team phenomenally strong. So you can look at Brady Tkachuk to come out nice and strong in this game, and I really do expect him to. He's had 4 goals so far on the season and 1 assist. So his shots on goal, you look at it, he's been getting over 3 or more shots on goal. He had 7 in the last game, 4 in the one before, and 3 in the one prior. So looking at him tonight, 5+ shots on goals coming in at plus 106, and he's going to get it here. Looking at the Washington Capitals, they're allowing these shots to come raining in. They're allowing 37.5 shots on their goaltender, which is 31st overall in the league. Washington Capitals are not accumulating a lot of goals unless it's against my Calgary Flames, which was hard to see. Now, Ovechkin has yet to hit the scoreboard. He does not have a point. He does not have a goal. Looking at Ovechkin tonight, I think that does change in this one. Anton Forsberg, while he's a solid goalie, I do think Ovechkin is due to get that goal. And I hate using the word due, but I do think he is ready to get it here. The Capitals can't take the penalties in this one. I really do believe that the Ottawa Senators will be able to capitalize with their speed and this young, talented team. I think they'll capitalize on any advantage they get in this game. So the Capitals need to come out and play a smart game. I think the Sens will get off to a fast start because we've also seen the Washington Capitals get off to a slow start. So if it is Darcy Kemper, I lean under the 6.5. I'm going to take the three-way first period for the Ottawa Senators here. So no push there. They have to win this first period 1-0. We got 2 pretty solid goaltenders here as well. And you look at the Ottawa Senators, and this is why I'm cautious with that total taking it under. The Ottawa Senators have been phenomenally strong offensively, averaging 4.33 goals per game and 33 shots on goal. So if it's not Darcy Kemper, I would lean to the Ottawa Senators team total to the over, but I like what we've seen out of Darcy Kemper so far, and I do think he'll be able to keep this one under the total if he does play in this game. Now, John Carlson, he has a goal and 2 and 3 shots on goal, so someone to look at there. Phillips has been phenomenal as well for the Washington Capitals. He has a goal and an assist. And then when we're looking at the Ottawa Senators, of course, we talked about Brady Tkachuk. You've got to look at Vladimir Tarasenko as well. He has 1 goal and 3 assists, so looking at him for those points tonight is a nice way to go. Let's move on to the next game, and this is a game that I have the same game parlay for those shots in goal on. We're looking at the Pittsburgh Penguins. Now they're taking on the Detroit Red Wings. The Red Wings are a home dog at plus 110, which is quite interesting in this matchup. This team has been playing solid and physical hockey. They've been getting the speed out there as well. Minus 132 for the Pittsburgh Penguins. That total is at 6.5, minus 134 to the over. And if you like the Red Wings, plus 1.5, you can't bet it. It's minus 210 and minus 1.5 for the Pittsburgh Penguins if you think they get a big win, is a plus 172. Looking at the goaltending matchup, Tristan Jarry expected here for the Pittsburgh Penguins. He has a 1.53 goals against average with a 0.944 save percentage. He had a shutout versus the Capitals. But that being said, he got the shutout versus the Washington Capitals. They only put 19 shots on him. When we look at him versus the Blackhawks, he allowed 3 goals on 35 shots on goal. So looking at Detroit here, Detroit is able to get those shots, guys. The Detroit Red Wings are averaging 35 shots on goal per game and 4.33 goals per game. Ville Husso here, 3.56 goals against average with a .863 save percentage. I really do think Tristan Jarry and Ville Husso are on the same level of goaltenders. He allowed 4 goals on 25 shots versus a Tampa Bay and 3 goals on 26 shots versus the Devils. So this is a game I am looking to go over at the total of 6.5. I know we're laying juice on the over, but I do think we've got a higher scoring one. The penalty kill, though, for the Pittsburgh Penguins is elite, 90%. We've got the Detroit Red Wings here. They have the best power play right now at 40% conversion. So if the Pittsburgh Penguins take those penalties, it's going to be really interesting to see if they're able to limit the Detroit Red Wings from scoring in this one. The penalty kill is good for the Red Wings as well at 83.3%. So we're going to see a solid performance out of both of these teams on that penalty play and on the kill. I am really interested to see who comes out on top of that. Now, there's value in the Red Wings here at home, but this Pittsburgh Penguins team has been playing really solid hockey as well. I'm going to look at the first period to go over that 1.5. It's at -140. I do also like the both teams to score at +152. I think we got a fast first period here as both of these teams want the win. Now, Sidney Crosby has 3 goals and 1 assist so far on the season. And looking at his shots on goal, he's had 3, 5, and 4 shots on goal. Malkin here has 2 goals and 4 assists. So definitely someone to look at for the points as well. His shots on goal coming in at 5, 4, and 6. And then Brian Rust here has been solid as well with 3 goals. And then his shots on goal, 3, 2, and 5. So that's for the Pittsburgh Penguins. Their players really stepping up. I like Dylan Larkin here for the Detroit Red Wings. He's been solid, 1 goal and 2 assists. His shots on goal have been raining in 5, 7, and 6. And DeBrincat here, the right winger, has 3 goals, 2 assists. His shots on goal kind of limited in a couple of these games, 2, 5, and 2, but he is connecting that puck into the back of the net. So definitely a couple of players to look at there. The Red Wings are so strong. I'm just a little cautious at taking them here. I want to back them here at home with that plus money. But we also look at the Penguins. They've played really strong in Detroit, winning 4 of the last 5 meetings. They've won 7 of the last 10 meetings as well. So I'm not going to get on a side, you guys. I'm going to take this one over. I'm going to take the first period over that total. And then let's same game parlay these teams for shots on goal. Firstly, the shots on goal, and I've got an anytime goal parlay as well. So looking at Dylan Larkin here for 3+ shots on goal, Sidney Crosby for 3+ shots on goal, and Malkin here for 3+ shots on goal. So parlaying all 3 of those guys for their shots on goal, 3+ is coming in at +216. Now you can bump all of these players up to 4+ and bet them individually, and I like that. I do think there's value in all of them to be able to get these shots on goal, especially for the Detroit Red Wings here, because we know the Pittsburgh Penguins have been a little bit slower at getting some of these shots in some of these games. And the defense of the Red Wings has done a really solid job at limiting those shots, holding opponents right around to 25. So a little bit more cautious when you're bumping up Sidney Crosby and Malkin up to those 4+ shots, but I would look at them at the 3+ within the parlay. I do think Dylan Larkin, you can bump him up to 4+ even. The Pittsburgh Penguins are allowing that 30.3 shots on goal per game. So the anytime goal scorer, and this is the one I'm just sprinkling a little bit on, it's +1792 if all 3 of these guys get a goal tonight. And I'm expecting a lot of goals. So why not do a same game, a parlay with these goal shots? I'm going to take Sidney Crosby here for the anytime goal. Also, Alex DeBrincat here for the anytime goal, and Dylan Larkin for the anytime goal. Again, +1792. You can bet all of these guys for those anytime goals. Outside of this, it's not like the point market where you're having to lay juice. These guys should be able to get these goals tonight. And Alex Ovechkin here for the anytime goal separately is +120. Brady Tkachuk, I think you can look at for the Ottawa Senators as well for that anytime goal. I forgot. I was just looking at my bet slip there. But yeah, there's so much value here in betting these ones, you guys. Those are the 2 games on the board. just quick. You hit the Kraken on the first period puck line. Nice work on that. Yeah, the Kraken came out. Nice to get the start there. So you guys, that is it. I can recap those same game parlays for you. The shots on goal, 3+ shots on goal, is between the Pittsburgh Penguins and the Detroit Red Wings. So Dylan Larkin, 3+, Sidney Crosby, 3+, and a Malkin there, 3+. And then the anytime goal scorers parlayed together at plus 1792 is Sidney Crosby, Alex DeBrincat, and Dylan Larkin. So you guys, all the best in all of your bets. Make sure you check out SportsGrid TV for all of your content you're looking for in the sports betting world. If you haven't downloaded the app, you must. It has so much information, up-to-date information, player props, everything that is needed out there. Crosby for the anytime goal. I love Crosby for the anytime goal as well. I appreciate you guys. Let's go Sens. Let's go Red Wings. Those are the teams I would love to see get the win tonight. I think the Senators can at least pull off that first period. I tell you, I wish I knew if Darcy Kemper was a net. He had his baby on Sunday, first child. These goalies come out so strong. First couple games after that, you guys, that's something to take note of. And then we see them have a little bit of a fall off. So we're going to be watching for Darcy Kemper, how he's going to do over the next couple. But I do think this one is, if he is in net, he comes out strong. It's going to be a great day. Enjoy everything happening on the ice. All the best in all of your bets. Make sure you follow over on SportsGrid TV for all of your betting content. Bye, guys.